Welcome to QuickBooks Payroll End of Financial Year Single Touch Payroll Finalisation. My name is Loretta Finnis and I run a bookkeeping practice called Quick Business Bookkeeping Solutions. I'm a BAS agent, but I am also a trainer for QuickBooks here in Australia. The agenda today, we look at the finalisation in QuickBooks for single touch payroll. I'm going to show you step by step, and then I'm going to show you a live demonstration, and we'll be looking at some of the reports that you need to review and make sure that you reconcile to before you start this finalisation event. Also to just letting you know that the single touch payroll phase 2, which is run by KeyPay, who powers our payroll in QuickBooks Online. They are in development at the moment, and they will definitely be meeting the deadline of 1st of January 2022 when phase 2 of single touch payroll will be rolled out. So step-by-step process for STP finalisation. First of all, you need to create an update event, and you'll need to create an update event for each pay schedule. So each pay run that you have in QuickBooks, you'll be needing to process an update event for that one. Then once you've created the update event for each pay schedule, you will then start that last finalisation reporting, and I'll show you how to process that as well. Now, there is a note there. Make sure that you know and process that for each pay schedule has to be processed. So don't just process, say, the monthly pay run and then not the weekly, because the weekly has to be done as well. So take special note on that one, please. Then in the process of doing the STP finalisation, you'll need to add back any reportable fringe benefits to any employees if required. So make sure you have that all ready to go. Then you'll declare the figures are correct, submit the finalisation event. You'll also have to have a client authority to submit the STP finalisation. If you don't have one on hand, we can email out to the business owner so he can approve that finalisation for you to go ahead. And then last step, you can lodge that finalisation. So these are the two reports that we look at. One is the balance sheet, which is on the overlay here, we have the balance sheet underneath, and then the detailed activity report on top. Now, the detailed activity report is found in the Payroll Center. And once you've run that, I've actually run that for the quarter, because the last BAS that we've done for this particular case is the quarterly BAS, and that will nicely reconcile back to our balance sheet, as in what is still outstanding as of the 30th of June for PAYG withholding and also superannuation payable. And you can see here that we've reconciled. Then the other reports that we look at is reconciling the detailed activity report to the profit and loss. And you can see that on this overlay here, the profit and loss is on top this time. And the gross earnings of $254,434.52 are actually matching nicely back to our detailed activity report. And then the superannuation is matching back to our super for the total year. Okay, so this is for the total year. And that P&L has actually been run for the total year as well. Then once you've reconciled your payroll to the balance sheets and the profit and loss, you are then ready to start creating these events. And the first step is creating the update event for each particular pay schedule. Then once you've completed that, you then start the finalisation process for each particular pay schedule. As you can see on this screenshot, the weekly has had the update event and then the finalisation event. Now, what we also, I'm just showing you here the detailed activity report. This detailed activity report is also reconciling back to this spreadsheet. Now, the figures from this spreadsheet I've actually downloaded from the pay event. So that first step, when you do the update event, you can, from the actions button, download to an Excel file, and I've added both of my pay runs. As you can see, I've got a monthly pay run and a weekly pay run. I've added them both in the same Excel spreadsheet. As you can see, it will then balance back nicely to the 254,000 that we had in the detailed activity report. Then once you've made sure that that all reconciles nicely, you are then ready to start the finalisation process. And this is what the payroll data looks like when you're processing that payroll event, that last finalisation event. So I'm going to take you now into the QuickBooks demonstration. So we are in the Employee Centre. Under Reports, under ATO Reporting, Single Touch Payroll. And of course, choose the correct year. And you can see that under our pay schedule column, under Weekly, I've already processed the update event for the weekly. And I've then gone ahead and processed the finalisation event for the weekly as well. Because as I mentioned, you create the update event first. Then once you've downloaded that Excel spreadsheet, you made sure everything's reconciling nicely back to your detailed activity report and any other reports that you want to match, then you can start that finalisation process. So let me just show you how to create that update event. So let's click on Create Update Event. We've got the right financial year because from the drop-down box, you've got a choice. Then I am going to choose the director's monthly pay schedule. Click Create. Then I have all my employees under this pay schedule. So that actions button, I just click on Excel and it will download that Excel spreadsheet data that I showed you previously. So that's all you really need to do in the update event, and then you can lodge with the ATO and that'll take you to that finalisation. But in my particular file, because it's a sample file, I can't go any further. So I'm just going to click out of here, go back to Single Touch Payroll, choose that correct year, and you can see now that our Directors Monthly has actually got an update event ready to go. So now we're ready to start that finalisation process. Choose the correct year, the correct pay schedule, click Next. Then here is the payroll data. So we've already confirmed it previously with all our other checks. And as you can see, you can download the Excel spreadsheet if you've forgotten in the previous update event. Is final is already ticked because this is the final lodgement to the ATO for this financial year, because this is what we're doing, okay? Then you click Next. Now, I'll have to revert back to the slides because in this file, I can't go any further. And once I click Next, this is the next screen that you see that you will need to enter in the reportable fringe benefits. If the employees have any, of course, all you need to do is click on the pencil icon, enter in the amount, and then you click Next. Now, this is where we're requesting the client authority. So if you don't actually have that client authority on hand for your client, you can actually change the username to your client name. And then once you click Next, just go to the next screen, your client will receive this email. So just give your client a heads up that they're going to receive an email and they need to approve this pay event, because then it'll allow you to keep going to that last finalisation event screen. So all they need to do is click here, approve it, and you'll get an email notice to let you know that it's been done. So let me just go back a screen, and that was coming in from this particular screen. If you do have a client authority, which I have, I would just add in the username as myself, then click next. And this is the next screen that we would see, which is lodging the finalisation event. So what we're doing here is just a declaration. So we're lodging as a registered tax agent. I'm using the authority that I already have in QuickBooks Online that I've had all year. And then I just select the select box to say that I am declaring that the report is in accordance with the information supplied by the entity. Then you click Lodge Finalisation Event. I'll take you to the next screen. And this is what it looks like. So this is the Finalise and Lodge with ATO. So on the right-hand corner, Lodge with ATO, just click on that. And you're done. Completed for 2021. Now, just to let you know that when you are logged into your QBOA, your accountant dashboard, from the left-hand side, you do have the Pro Advisor button, and all you need to do is click into the Pro Advisor button. Then under Training tab, you'll be able to have access to the updated QuickBooks Payroll training, which is now available. So I do suggest that you do check that out, and it is a self-paced learning course as well. So you can do that at any time. So thank you for joining today. Hopefully that's given you a quick insight as to what you need to do for single touch payroll finalisation. It's pretty simple to do. My only suggestion is just make sure that everything is reconciled back to those reports, because the data that you'll be sending out to the ATO in that lodgement will actually affect each employee's the actual event going through to their MyGov report, MyGov, where they can actually see their event for the whole year, their statement, their income statement, I should say. The other thing, please do note that July 14th is the deadline for STP finalisation. So on that note, good luck, and let's hope that 2021, 2022 is a great year for all of us. Thank you.